Hello ladies, gentlemen, welcome back to episode number 4 of our Raid from Scratch series. This is going to be my second day logging into Raid. I just woke up and I'm excited to start playing. Let's take a look at what kind of item we get. We're gonna take a look at this helmet in a second. Just as a very quick reminder, if you guys wanna join this challenge, make sure you click the link in the description or scan the QR code. You will be getting 2 epic champions, Tagore at level 1, but if you reach level 15 you will also get Ugo. And on top of that, there's currently this Alice chase event, and as you can see on the day 7, we are gonna be getting Alice the Wanderer. I'm pretty excited to test her out. And all of your rewards you are gonna be getting over here in the chest section here on the top right. You will simply click the link, download the game, and then you click collect. You will be getting your champions. And obviously use the promo code Monkey King to get Sun Wukong as well if you are a brand new player. Alright, with that being said, I'm pretty excited to jump into today's episode. One of the goals is I want to get this energy level down to under 75, so I actually start playing somewhat efficiently. And the first thing I love to do when I log into Raid is I check my Guardian ring. Obviously, we don't have this fully leveled up yet, so we are just gonna keep progressing our chickens. And I love to take a look into the market as well and instantly buying all of the mystery shards. And also checking if there's any better shards here available. I don't really buy anything else at the moment. And with that, I guess it is time for us to start working on the quests. And also checking out the events. I still have 18 hours for this Dungeon Divers event. And I did want to reach the point where I get this 4-star chicken. But that will take a lot of gaming, so I'm not sure if I'll be actually able to reach it. I will try my best though. One of the things I want to do immediately when I log into Raid is do these daily challenges in the Apprentice Pass, which is simply winning campaign battles and upgrading an accessory. So we did get this critical rate gauntlets, which is extremely important. If we take a look at my Kale, my critical rate is pretty much a disaster. What you want to reach in Raid is 100% crit rate as fast as possible. That is why I will actually try and immediately upgrade these up to 12. The speed would be great, the attack percentage would be great, the HP percentage is also decent, gives me a little bit of survivability. So this is honestly a very good early game piece. And we will immediately equip it. This is gonna help us out big time. And now we can just do our best and push through the campaign. But also yesterday we did the clan boss easy. Let's take a look. What do we get? We claim the chest. And we receive some defense gauntlets, which I don't know if they're very good. I will keep it because they have a lot of stars to it. But I don't think it was too good, unfortunately. And another thing I really wanted to do was upgrading more abilities on my Kale. As you can see, we're almost at a point where everything is maxed out. Not quite, but we're working towards it. Now, Disintegrate is level 5, which is amazing. So one more level and I'll be able to use it 1 round sooner, which actually is a big increase in DPS. And now we can push these Deadlands and try to get to later stages. It appears we're still strong enough to defeat the dragon in this stage as well. Alright, there we go. We get a couple of bonus rewards. We get a Divine Life set that gives us HP percent and percent shield for 3 turns, which maybe can be helpful. Not the best substats on that. I might end up using those on some of the tanks maybe in the future. And we're now going all the way to chapter number 10. It looks like we're reaching the stage where my support is almost dying, so I'm definitely gonna start to try and beef him up a bit further, maybe ascend him. Oh, don't die, buddy. No, that's so bad. That's unlucky. Okay, so I don't 3-star this anymore. So let's see what we can do to make him just a little bit stronger, because I would like to keep pushing for 3 stars. As you can see, I was unable to reach it here. So this is the first time in a long time where we actually cannot continue 3-starring. We get 3 skill books, which is absolutely amazing for getting all those stars. That means we can immediately try to bump Kale and make him even stronger. Let's go ahead and use all 3. And there it is. We actually landed on level 6 in Disintegrate, which means it is now 1 round faster. And our Acid Rain will do bonus damage as well. I can't really ascend Tagore. I don't really have enough good items, but what I could do is I could check if I have any better items that I can put on him. For example, the first thing I see is this Immortal set that I have available right now. It basically gives me 50% HP, but also heals me 3% every turn. It also has HP speed and HP percentage substats on one of the pieces, not that good on the second piece, but let's go ahead and upgrade it to level 12, or at least level 8 for now, and see where we kinda get to. HP percentage boost boost on one of the rolls, which I think is fine. And here, all of the three are good. Both landed on a flat percent, which is probably the worst out of the two. But I'm gonna go ahead and equip this for now. And I think that will make us just a little bit stronger over here on the Tagore side of things. I think what I'm also gonna start to do now that the stages are getting a little bit more complicated, I'm just gonna start manually going through the stages instead of automatically doing it. Well, that's a lot of damage. That will ensure that I do the best possible abilities. That was extremely close, but I guess it also takes a little bit of luck for me to keep 3-starring these stages. As soon as Kale gets to 40 though, I have to figure out a way to get enough chickens in order to push him up to level 50. Alright, and we are at the boss side of things again. And this is where Disintegrate is by far the best spell for me. So it appears I was still strong enough to defeat this stage even with the under level 50 Kale. That's really good. Alright, and just like that we get another book. You guys already know what that means. That means we're going straight to Bastion. But I also completed all of these daily challenges. We're gonna claim those, and also apprentice challenges, because we now upgraded Kale to level 40. That's really good. If I look at the rewards, would you look at that? I get more potions that I can use to further progress my characters, but also 2 extra books. That is phenomenal. If I go into Tavern, I'm now able to upgrade skills even further. We're gonna use all of the books. Darkbolt is now fully maxed out, and I think I'm missing one. Never mind, Kale fully completed. There it is. All the skills are maxed out. And if I look at the rank, we're gonna need 4 chickens. I only have 2 so far. This is gonna be the next step of the account. How can I push the Kale up to level 50? How can I create enough chickens? So let's try to find a way to tackle on that challenge. I also just received an artifact for reaching 1000 points in this tournament. That's pretty good. I do want to see what I actually got there. I'm gonna assume I got this weapon, which is a 5-star weapon. Or did I get this? Wait, I got boots with speed and crit damage and crit rate. Hold up. I think that is extremely good. Accuracy on the gauntlets as well. And speed crit damage on the shield as well. I think these are very good pieces, but speed on the boots is what you really want to have. So we'll definitely be utilizing these probably later on maybe one of the next champions that we pull. Perhaps once we get War Maiden, I can put those pieces on her. Taking a look at my daily quests very quickly, I need to fight in arena a couple of times, summon 3 champions. But also increase champions level in the tavern 3 times. Let's start off by summoning 3 times. And it appears I don't really have many slots available, so we're gonna spend 120,000 silver to have a little bit more spots for the champions. And we are gonna open 1 more. I am saving my summons until the summoning event. That's when I'm gonna be popping everything I have. And in the tavern we can start pushing towards some chickens, but for now I'm just gonna be utilizing 2 of these XP brews, and that's enough for now. But I might actually use more or less all of them in order to get my Kale up. But that pretty much covered all the daily quests, so I'm happy with that. Let's jump into the chapter 11. I'm not sure where I can start farming for War Maiden, whether it's chapter 11 or chapter 12. I cannot farm War Maiden here, but I can farm Executioner, and this brings back so many memories. This is a defense hero that I believe used to be fairly good. I'm not sure if he's still very decent right now, but this guy used to be one of the first gems I actually got to level 60. Back on my original character. So I'm gonna assume War Maiden is farmed from stage 12, so let's go ahead and push through all of these stages really quickly. And once we get to the War Maiden part, we are going to slow down and start farming chickens. We are now level 21. We don't unlock anything special, but we are now at the point where we can try and defeat the boss of the stage 11. And I have been manualing through most of these stages due to the fact that if I auto it, I actually start losing at this point. So the one thing I wonder is, if I revive this guy, does it count as if he died, or does he count as if he didn't die? Let's take a look. Okay, let's analyze. Do I get 3 stars or do I not get 3 stars? 15% attack, but also ignore 5% of the enemy defense. The weapon has crit damage and speed on it, which is not bad. And the shield has crit rate and HP percent on it, which is, I mean, not great, not bad. We'll see if we end up using those in the future. The best part about this is the fact that they have more stars, meaning they can, like, give higher stuff. And now for the last chapter of the normal campaign. Let's see if this is where I get my War Maiden. It is not here either. Where do I get War Maiden? I've done research and I know that War Maiden is the best farmable rare. Maybe I can only get it later on in the hard stages. Oh, yeah, it has to be the hard stages then. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, I thought that I would be reaching War Maiden earlier, but I was very, very wrong. Yeah, that's just not the case. All right, that being said, let's finish the campaign, I guess. I guess that would be a great start. But I also really want to push my Kale further, so I think it is time for us to start using some of those brews and actually get enough chickens in order to push our Kale to max level. Firstly, I want to make this Crusader tier 4. So this gives me 12,000 XP, this gives me 12,000 XP, but this gives me 18,000 XP. So I think the way this works is you want to match the barrels with the alignment of the monster. So for example, I would want to use these to push him to 30. Okay, this is also costing decent bit of silver, so it's not gonna be as simple as I originally thought. But I'm gonna commit to it. So that's level 29 Crusader, so I can use one more there. I can do these campaign battles with the sole purpose of leveling chickens, so I am actually gonna use one of those rares to also be the chicken. So the idea is, I need to get 2 more level 40 champions. One of them is gonna be this guy, one of them is gonna be this guy. I wanna see if I'm strong enough to push the campaign, but also level these guys at the same time. I died. But my Crusader is now level 30, so that means I can now upgrade his rank. So I was willing to sacrifice one of these rares, but that means I also need to push 2 of the tier 2 ones up to level 3. This one is already level 20. I can upgrade the rank by simply sacrificing 2 tier 2 units, that's no problem there. So this is now gonna be one of the chickens. We make Jäger over here a tier 3 unit as well. And now I can push my Crusader to become a 4-star unit. And now I need one more 4-star unit in order to upgrade Kale further, because I got 2 chickens. So let's figure out a way to get one more 4-star unit. I did not realize that I could already be farming for the War Maiden. It's over here in the Deadlands. I was just paying attention to the Berserker, but I didn't realize that she was hiding right here, War Maiden. Let's not analyze her armor for too long here. But the reason why we want her is due to the fact that she can AoE place 60% decrease defense debuff, and she's one of the rares that's very good to get. So we're gonna utilize those stages for now to create enough chickens to upgrade Kale further to then push further campaign. I can't believe I needed to do extra research in order to figure that out. But this is how it will look like. 3 tier 2 champions. We want to push them all the way to level 20. And I hopefully am strong enough with my Kale to just solo clear all of this. And just like that, I'm now level 22. But I've also finished leveling all of my 2-star units to level 20. So now I should be able to promote my 2-star units higher. But for that, I need more 2-star units. So because of that, I'm actually gonna do a very quick 10 summon. Just to hopefully get some tier 2 units. And we got 2 of them, that's already pretty good. But I am going to have to do a couple of more, I think. But here is now Heart Piercer pushed up to star 3. This is gonna be one of the foods. And I need to do that 2 more times. I will create a little bit more slots when it comes to my champions by spending 160,000 silver. And we're gonna do 10 more summons. And again, we're hoping to see as many tier 2 champions as possible. That's 2 of them. So with that, I can create Mr. Oldbeard over here, make him into a chicken as well. And now all I really need is just one more tier 2 unit. So I'm just gonna keep summoning until I land on a 2-star. And there it is, the Thrasher, that's the 2-star I needed. With that, I have everything I wanted. I can push my War Chanter to tier 3 as well. And now I simply need a rare champion that I'm willing to sacrifice, or another tier 2 champion that I can level up to then sacrifice. Alright, let me figure this out. Give me one more second. I'm going to do a little bit more farming and push this 3-star common to 4-star, and then we're gonna upgrade Kale and continue the progress. I didn't realize I can also sacrifice champions in order to get XP, so that can be handy when I'm very close to 30, for example. This might be just a little bit inefficient, but I am fairly impatient. This is now level 30. If I upgrade the rank, so now I need one more level 30 champion. So by adding just a couple of more XP boosts, there she is. Sniper is now level 20. upgrade it further to level 30, sacrifice 3 level 30s in order to make a level 40, and I can now sacrifice everything I created in order to push Kale all the way to tier 5 level 1. Luckily, we already have all the resources needed to ascend him to tier 5 as well. And since I'm in the mood to keep on farming, I will eventually have to push him to 60, which is by far the hardest step. So let's work on some levels and start working on that at the same time. I've done a little bit more farming just so that Kale is not level 1 and arguably way too weak. And due to us leveling him, I'm now also able to keep pushing our missions. So let's go ahead and try to clear stage 2 or further of the ice golem. That should be simple enough. And there we go, that's 3 battles defeated, didn't get anything particularly good. That mission is completed, a little bit of silver. I am trying to push for these 76 missions so I get these 300 gems, because that could unlock the mine for us and that will passively generate more gems for us, which I think would be really good. And now we need to win one of each artifact when it comes to speed. I'll utilize this time to also level up my chickens and Kale further. The boots are gonna be the last thing we're gonna need, perfect. And that is another mission completed. We now have to upgrade 2 more artifacts to level 12. And I think for me this is kind of a no-brainer. I'm just going to go with these support items, since I don't really have any other items at the moment that I'm really interested in upgrading. That mission is now done. This is already completed. 2 stages of Minotaur. Let's get it done. That was simple enough, and now we need to win some medals from the arena. That's what I've been waiting for, because I also need to do that for the daily. So let's jump into the arena, see if we can get some wins. 10 games, 10 wins. We've already done this, and now we need to upgrade another champion to level 40. So I guess I'll just level up another chicken. Another day with all the dailies completed, and all my weeklies are basically completed as well. I just need to do the dailies, so I'm pretty locked there. But I think I'm now ready to fully finish Brimstone Path, and hopefully I'm strong enough to do this with 2 champions only. Funnily enough, I didn't actually need to create a chicken. I simply need to level a character to 40, which my Tugoro is now level 40 as well. I have these 5-star speed boots with speed artifact, which I think are really good. Therefore, I'm just gonna level those to 12 with crit damage and crit rate and accuracy. These boots are actually proving to be extremely good. I just don't know what champion to put them on for now. And I guess the second best option here would be this shield with also speed. Let's go ahead and upgrade that to 12 as well. Lots of money used, but at least the mission is done. And I guess I could put that over here on Ugo. Or maybe, honestly, I just wait until I get like a legendary or like a better hero. Alright, we're gonna be doing Fire Knight for the first time. Usually, first stages are super simple though. This boss has a shield mechanic that you have to break. Oh, I don't really have champs that hit often. I mean, I guess I can do it with Disintegrate. Yeah, it's unfortunately because my Kale always goes first and then he just blocks all of his hits. But I guess slowly but surely I should be able to beat him. There it is, definitely not my best team for such fights. But a mission completed is fine, and we go back to arena for 10 more battles. I have now won enough arenas to where I reached silver rank, so I wonder what changes. Do I just get like more rewards for this? Let's take a look. The arena changes for sure. And maybe I get a little bit more medals. I do get silver medals. There we go. Now, I can later on utilize this in order to get my Great Hall further upgraded. I see I have 50. And if I look at the challenges into arena, reach silver in arena, that's accomplished. Upgrade an attack bonus for all affinities except void. So that means we need to do this and this still in attack. We're just gonna go for this one for now, and we'll do this one next. Very cool. Arena mission is completed. We now need to win each one of the lifesteal artifacts. We always utilize that to level up more chickens. That was simple enough. Stage 7 is already completed. We get an extra book for that. But now I need to start ascending champions, and unfortunately, I don't know what champion to ascend. Yeah, I guess since I'm using Tegoar a lot, I might as well try my best to ascend him. So let's go ahead and ascend him twice. And let's go ahead and farm some of the potions now and see how far we can go with those. And we're now level 24 as well. I wonder how hard it's gonna be to get all of these potions though. I'm gonna go ahead and claim my next book. I don't really know what rares to use these books on, so at this point I'm just gonna start stockpiling them. The game is now basically teaching me how to upgrade champions, but we kind of already know that, but because of that, I do think I can quickly summon a couple of more champs. We now summon 6 common champions. I will need to upgrade a rare champion to tier 4 though, which I'm not looking forward to, but I guess it's fine. I'm gonna try to do that for one of the champions that I wanna eventually sacrifice though. I've been farming some experience and this is the first time I land on a hound spawn. Right now, I'm just doing stage 3 of the Brimstone path. I think this is a pretty good place for me to just continuously level up champions. The reason I'm doing this right now is because I wanna complete these challenges right here. I noticed that I already did those things beforehand, and now I basically need to do them again because I wasn't at this stage. So I don't want to make a similar mistake. That's why I'm just gonna do as many of those tasks right now before moving on. Here it is, I actually got it. War Maiden, arguably one of the best rares, and the rares where you can actually farm in order to upgrade all of her skills. And what you really want to upgrade is this Ascended skill right here. 75% chance of placing a 60% defense decrease. But now I'm in a dilemma. I don't know if I should level her up, or if I instead should level something like this, which I will get a ton of these hound spawns in the future, and then use these as food, and then level War Maiden only after I finish Kale to be level 60. I think that's gonna be my game plan, but I'm happy to have one copy of her, because she is a very useful hero. Alright, this is actually what I wanted to take a look at, because ascending Tagorar actually took me a ton of time, and I don't know if it's smart that I'm investing all of these resources into him. So instead, I'm just gonna ascend my War Maiden, due to the fact that I know I will end up using her. So let's just do a bunch of force keep, get a bunch of potions, and then do 3 ascensions when it comes to War Maiden. And we are now level 25. And there it is, I now easily have enough resources to fully ascend the War Maiden. I do think I'll push her to tier 4 later for the other missions as well, but she's definitely gonna be a champion we'll use both in arena and later on in campaign as well. I have now added as much speed gear to the War Maiden as I possibly can, because what happens now, I will try to demonstrate it in arena, is I can almost guarantee that my War Maiden goes first. Now these guys have a better upgraded Kale than I do, but let's see if we can maybe beat him. So she should go first, lower the defense. It only lowered it from this and this guy though. Then unfortunately she dies, because she's only level 3 right now, right? I'm gonna be leveling her up further. But you get the idea behind it, right? She needs as much accuracy and as much speed as possible, and then she's gonna be doing great things in arena. I lost. This guy's a bit better. Alright, we barely won this one, but I think we've done a ton of progress in this episode already, and because of that, I want to find a good way to end it, and the solution was very simple. Let's go ahead and finish our campaign. And if I'm able to defeat this final boss, we will be able to 3-star everything in the normal campaign. Let's take a look. So far, it seems like we are probably strong enough. We are absolutely strong enough. And there it is, that is the story completed, but obviously there is much more to explore. We now get our very first void shard. Again, we are gonna be very careful with how we use those, and we're only gonna use them when there's like boosted chances. Alright, this is where I will be ending today's episode, and as always, if you guys wanna join the challenge, make sure you download the game through my link in the description, or simply scan the QR code on the screen and give the game a shot for yourselves. You will receive Tagoar at the very beginning, and then as soon as you reach level 15, you will also receive Ugo. If you log in for 7 days, you'll also be getting Alice. And obviously use the promo code Monkey King to get Sun Wukong as well if you are a brand new player. And in the process, you will greatly support this channel as well. So definitely, if you're not playing Raid yet, use the links, test the game out. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again very soon with another episode. And until then, have a beautiful day. Bye bye.